I'm not a particularly big fan of this map in general, but there are no hiding champions, so you have to worry about one frag and then hiding for 9 minutes.
2, 1.
If we look at Redoxide here, though, he's on 5 ping.
Wow.
So not many people who can say they get 5 ping to a server in Quake.
But not gonna help him because he's playing the game now like he's got 100 ping because he's got 5 ping. That's a joke, saying that low ping sucks in this game.
Well, the funny thing is, like, if you played the advantages of the high ping, I mean the loop, like the ultra low ping, you just crush people with LG, you know.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. Oh, we're on red right now, right? Yeah. Okay.
So far, nice start by Redoxide, and I think what's really interesting is now we're maybe potentially starting to see why he picked the Eisen first pick, where he's able to slow down Dan. Like I said before, he's quite good at playing aggressive, so the turret definitely adds one element of holding him off. Dan gonna push in here.
Yeah, red was not at all prepared for that push. Didn't even have the weapon out. So unfortunate. Quake sound doing Quake sound things. That's the best that could have done.
The trouble that I'm seeing for Redoxide straight away is he had the stack there. He had the stack in the position, but the thing is, this is what I was talking about, where Dan just plays that quick, and suddenly he's all over him with the LG, and you just gotta be a bit faster. Redoxide probably lost quite a bit of damage there at the start of that fight, and just could not trade back.
Yep. I was just wholly unprepared for it, in my opinion. It was like, so pretty. Oh man, that was the clutch rocket bounce. Couldn't have been any worse. I mean, when the rockets work, man, they're frustrating.
But I think sometimes this also can be the problem with Dan, because you're noticing that he made the heavy play quite well because he played so quick. But then alternatively, I don't know if you noticed, but he just did a drop rail then. It was quite like an easy rail to hit, but because he did it too quickly, he didn't end up connecting. So sometimes it works kind of against him.
So, what is with these? So like, this I saw this in the last game too. Like like both of them were just completely willing to have a rail battle. Neither of them wanted to drop down for heavy. Like if I was watching Raffle play right there, it would have been 2 missed rails. Fuck it, whatever. I'm going for heavy.
Yeah.
Like both of them were just sitting there like, now you, bruv, now you, mate, now you, bruv, now you, and then so it's just an interesting difference that I'm noticing.
I wonder if it's a little bit like, it's a bit of that mentality like, well, I'm not fucking pussying out. I'm not giving up. You gonna give up? Yeah, if you want to give up, that's fine, but I'm not gonna give up. You know, like that type of attitude.
I'm a fucking kangaroo farmer. I'll fucking punch you in the throat, mate. Come on. Oh man, nice one.
Yeah. This is sometimes the advantage of what you get for playing the visor. I mean, look, the thing is,
like that.
Well, not to mention the ability, but he's able to just get in the position so quick. You know, the way he strafes and he just really slides quite fast.
I mean, I played visor exclusively for like the first couple months when Quake came out because I really liked the extra circle strafe acceleration. And ooh, that was a cheeky placement of the turret, but it's you can really get used to it though, to the point where you'll under circle strafe with other champions.
Stopwatch.
But I mean, again, it's really hard to beat a guy who's got vision pretty much 24/7. You can always set up. Now nice float, very good. Okay, never mind.
To choose situation when to be aggressive.
Nice rockets. So I mean, what's red got to do here, man? I mean, you're 3 frags down on ruins, which is Notoriously known for kiting when you're in the lead. I mean, what's the game plan?
Я тебя вижу.
The trouble is with Redoxide is at the moment Dan is winning all the battles. Now I know that seems like such an obvious thing to say, but what I mean by that is like every time you fight the guy, okay, well definitely not a move like that. Every time you fight the guy, if you can't win a battle, you're not gonna kill him, right? You're never gonna be able to overpower him with damage. So you either got to play this long distance rail game, where maybe there you go. I mean, just like that.
Right.
You know, a bit more of a rail game, but the trouble with that is like it takes so long. You know, you gotta keep hitting the rails over and over. That being said, I mean,
That was funny. We both had the same idea. Like, no, you go over the eye. Tag, you're it.
yeah.
I mean, I think Dandy King gave him the ability to come back in this map more than Reg earned it, if I could say that. I'm not trying to sound like I fucking hate Reg. I'm just because this is
No,
more
I feel you.
I expected this more. Like I think Dan just kind of felt his oats a little bit, and he's like, yeah, no worries. And then but Reg's good enough to hit the shots when he needs to. So like that, like machine gun. See,
Ты у меня в прицеле.
tried to be Dramas. Only Dramas can do that.
But
It's gonna be out of hand here pretty quick.
ooh, Redoxide.
It's still
not-
3 frags, man. It's unless Dan runs into Redoxide's face and goes, "Shoot me." Red has got to work his ass off now.
The thing is that he's showing signs of life by getting these kills, but the problem is like the turret. I mean, look at the impact it has now. Like, it's not doing that much. It's not even shooting now.
Yeah, why?
know-
What was the placement there? Did he feel insecure about his position?
I mean, maybe he wants to think he wants to win the mega, but the problem is like, you know, now it's still not going to do anything. He's going to get the mega for free, basically.
Yep, which he just did. Yep. And now we're in this position again, and he should. Yeah, this. Yeah. I mean, I can't say that Dan has had like super suffocating control of the map. Red clearly can take it to him, but I mean the turret needs to be used. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like what you were saying earlier, like the first initial use of the turret was great because it cut off an attack lane from Dan and he couldn't move the way he wanted. Like split the map in half that allowed Red to, you know, like predict where Dan was gonna be. But this vision is brutal.
Хуже ты беспомощен. Stopwatch.
I mean, the way that he's playing around it, being quite, again, being quite aggressive, just pushing when he needs to. But like I said, I think the biggest problem is that Redoxide, that Dan is just being a bit of a better fighter. And I'm not just
Yeah.
saying that because of the ability of the champion. It's like how he's moving, using the weapons. He's getting way more value out of just playing the game. You know?
What is
And that's,
going on here, Red? Red, why are you staying there? I mean, and then that turret placement was a bit. Oh,
Просто прими это.
I mean, come on, walk me through that one. That was a funny engagement.
I think he just wanted the rail and just did not want to leave.
Oh, okay.
Now we're seeing the punishment of what that looks like.
Oh shit, that was a good one. So Dan doesn't really zoom in with the rail that often. I mean, he does when he's got the vision here, but otherwise he's not really a zoomer.
Yeah, I wonder about that because sometimes you can feel it just a bit more
Fuck.
natural. But oh,
Yep.
Ты у меня
So, I mean,
the-
credit to Dan here. I mean, he did what he had to do to make sure he. What is with this turret placement?
I mean, at this point, man, I think he's just trying to find a ways to just get any value out of it. So this is why we're kind of seeing just anything. I I mean, I'll just let you know the statistics at the moment. I mean, we're almost going to hit 10 minutes here. Dan fired 62 rails.
What?
So it's definitely, yeah. Well, he connected 28, 45% accuracy, but he fired over 60, and it's a lot of mouse one. Yeah, it's a lot of clicking for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You lose.
The worst part is when he fucking kills you at the end there too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, just kidding. I mean, again, you can't do 1,600 less damage than your opponent and expect to win. I mean, that's kind of the story, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
And lost out on heavy quite a bit. But 64 rails with 45% accuracy, also kind of hard to win.
But then the
that's
king,
going
like if you see the pings, Redoxide at 5, then the king at 30, like then the king is playing with the high ping advantage right now. That's
Yeah, exactly,
that's the
exactly.
conclusion.
Thank you, Rob.
Exactly.
You said what we were all thinking, but we didn't have the confidence to say. But I'm glad you said it. Thank you, Rob. Thank you.
That's exactly correct. Yeah. Nailed it.
No, correct.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
What happened?
So you tell the story, Rob.
Sad.
What's happened?
I say true a lot, and
Yep.
Odin is enjoying it. Like I made a command that every time I say true, he can type in chat. Like
Yeah, there's a command.
it's like I keep him off the street.
Alright.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Also, Rob, load up this next map when you're ready.
Yeah.
Ah, now I understand. Okay, I'm.
Yeah, it's silly. But yeah, that is who Odin is.
My problem. Like I set up the command in the chat. Come on.
You go sit down. I'll take this one with Dave.
Oh, thank God! Finally, Jesus.
Go wake up your wife.
Yeah. Good luck. All right. I'm sorry, chat. The amount of energy is about to plummet here.
Oh yeah,
So good luck.
I'll show the picks and bans real quick. It is dandaking on Ranger and Redoxide on Doom.
What's up?
So I'm at my second coffee right now, so ready to
Awesome.
rumble.
Prepare to
I
fight.
probably shouldn't be having a Red Bull, but I am. I haven't drank all of it though, so I'm not into
Round
being too
begins
bad.
in 3, 2.
We'll
This,
start with.
yeah, with Redoxide. I think this is a nice matchup. Like the new Doom version is really cool.
And the trouble that I'm finding is like it just feels these days that Ranger is doing a lot better
Yeah.
versus
No, true.
the Doom, but yeah.
Yeah, like against every champ actually. Like it is one of the better champs for almost every map.
First blood. Lead taken.
I think just the fact that it has suitability against everything. Nice by Redoxide here, gonna get the first kill. Dan gonna get pressure with HMG. Gonna send Redoxide away.
Yeah, well, this is making life for the side a bit difficult. Like he's pushed away to the other corners, and yeah, this is. You already said that dandaking is a bit aggressive, and this proves your point.
Lost.
I think that what's really nice about what we're seeing so far is like different to the first map is that, you know, on Ruins, if the guy wants to fight you, you can't really escape at times. But Awoken, we're really starting to see that now Redoxide can kind of slow down the game. He has rail control here. And look at this. Now what does Dan has to do? He has to kind of take an awkward position. He's at 2 rails here. And he's definitely, you know, doing significantly better than he did compared to the first map.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Like, I also see this in Racy sometimes. Like he just doesn't really care if the enemy is around.
Lead tied.
Oh. Yeah.
Tank.
Like, but it is actually strange because then you walk into a room expecting that your enemy is not hitting, and
Yeah.
it does happen a lot.
What's
That the other one is thinking, why are you so aggressive? Like, but it works.
That's the trouble with Quake, is that if you play with speed, you know, it's very hard to control. It's very hard to maintain. I was gonna say, just based on the last kill that dandaking got, we're starting to see. I'm not sure what sensitivity Redoxide uses, but he really struggled to turn around there, and hopefully that's not gonna bite him in the bum later. But
But on the other hand, it's also risky. Like, if you play against someone who can handle that pressure, you either win with 20-4 or lose with 4-20. But yeah, it has slowed down a bit. Then the king position for this heavy, and there isn't.
Oh.
Is there enough split that he can go for both? Yeah, he has position, but
I
has
eat
to dodge the
meat
rocket.
like you for
He's
breakfast.
successful. So
it's really fascinating for me because I'm watching dandaking's perspective here, and he's really making good use of that shotgun. And so far, he's managed to connect everything he's needed to, but I wonder at what point does it start to not, you know, do super shotgun things where it does 5 damage instead of 125.
well, it did happen in the fight at the LG.
Yeah.
But he did switch to LG. Oh god, it's in the steel. Yeah, Mega Health just got stolen in front of Redoxide. And again, the super shoddy from dandaking and
Dan, not with a rail here, so we'll need to go back and get it.
Round decisive.
softening up with the rocket and then the super shoddy.
Gonna get it. Just look at the stats for a second. I mean, out of all the weapons used, I've never seen so much shotgun used in such a short period. He's fired 18 times.
Could you still call it use or is it abuse?
I would say more abuse over.
5-minute warning.
Where are you?
Let's see, now we're starting to see, look, 6, 5, 16. This is where it gets a bit weird with shotgun because now he's not being able to follow through. And, very interesting for me, he's not really using much LG, isn't he? He's very much sticking to this side of the map. He hasn't even bothered to go pick it up, so...
It's certainly interesting because against a Doom, you would say that is the most effective weapon. Like that you skipped collecting the rockets. That is understandable, but gee,
Your friends are gonna
I think the trouble is that
feeling you off the wall.
he's always keeping Redoxide low. I mean, he's always railing him. Like, the amount of times we're just seeing Dan soften up Redoxide and then just going for the kill is just... He doesn't even need the LG. He just orbs, shotgun, dead. And so no wonder he's kind of sticking to it. There you go, Redoxide. Nice, excellent 2 rockets. But nice response by Dan as well, I guess.
yeah, Redoxide
Stopwatch.
did not have any escape option there, not to take the rocket. And Nice rocket jump to get out of harm's way. Yeah, and most of this the time, like Redoxide is doing the damage, but the positioning of dandaking is just better, and also the major items are going his way.
Mm.
Well, as soon as he has the LG, he does walk around with it. Now he's just missing some rails to not get banned.
But Dan's done most of the work there this game, so he's got this lead. He will kind of trap Redoxide here. But
Nice.
he's gonna hit the last rail, so you're gonna follow that one up. No, but Dan.
Yeah, even if Dan dies, he did enough damage to go for the refract. And it also keeps your opponent at bay.
I think trouble is here, Dan realizes that he's done the majority of the work. He doesn't really need to push anymore, so at this point he just needs to keep trading, and there's absolutely no way Redoxide can come back here. But looks like it's going to be 2-0 for Dan, and I say it's to be expected. Not to mean that any disrespect to Redoxide, but obviously, Dan was the person who won the previous qualifier, and obviously looking very strong going into his next match. But I'm curious how he feels about Kama, because I think they were even practicing even yesterday, some duels. So.
1 minute walking. Impressive.
I think the best way to describe Danny, it's very smooth. Like, the way he's executing a lot of these moves, a lot of like flow to his play. And yeah, just kind of, like I said, just the whole game was just keeping Redoxide soft. He was tagging him with rails, hitting him with shotgun.
Yeah, it also looks very confident, like not really any panic when he is in the fight.
Yeah.
Even when low. Just trusting in his own capabilities.
Stopwatch.
Let's go, you sons
There we
of
go,
bitches.
and of course the last frag is with the super shoddy. The abusement was strong, this one. 9 super shotgun frags.
So, 2-0.
Yep. Yep, pretty much expected. It is Chug versus Thief, by the way. I mean, if you want to watch dandaking and Kama, that's cool, but there's also Chug and Thief. Good for you and Pinky. Phrase and our lucky.